Good morning, everybody, and thanks for waking up with The Chase.
No way.
My God.
That's a 1-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Go to Dave's camera. I must ask you a question right now.
1-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Holy what?
Sit back, relax, and crack a cold one. The Chase is live. Yeah, how about it, ladies and gentlemen? We classed up the joint a little bit. How about that? Fancy standby, fancy new intro. Here we are. It almost feels like a new era, even though it's the same thing. It's The Chase. Thanks for waking up with us. It is Monday morning. I'm Troy LaCastro alongside my co-host, David Yarger. And as you can see, Wolfpack is in the house. What's up, Dave?
Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack.
You might wind up in a body bag, straight up.
I'm not going to lie. Every time Tyler has showed us that intro, I've laughed. It's just...
I know. It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh every time. Amen, Bill Dozer. Little too sweet. How was your weekend?
Sorry.
Are you all right?
I was reading.
He's on a 2 to 3 business day delay.
Oh, my goodness. No, it was good. Busy. A lot of golf. Yeah, that's about it. A lot of golf. How about you? I know you had a busy weekend.
Yeah. Quick shout out to friend of the show, Tyler Bielek, on his wedding. Congrats to him. Had a lot of fun. Good time there. Tyler from Hit Parade. I don't know if I said that. Sorry. Now I'm like on delay too, but it was a great time. Busy weekend. I'm ready for the fall. I'm ready for football season where I can kind of just relax on the weekends. But get that last little bit of summer.
Yep, I agree with you. I was just talking to my mom last night. I'm like, I can't wait till summer's over, to be honest. I know that sounds horrible, but I'm really looking forward to fall.
Nah, I feel you. Get into bed, some warm food, some football weather. I like that because you can wear a hoodie, but you can still wear shorts at the same time. Arguably my favorite time of the year.
Agreed.
So why don't you start us off on the week? Give us a little quote of the day for some Monday motivation, please.
Yes, indeed. The only differentiator, I did not know that was a word. The only differentiator in the game is your passion and your hustle. It's coming from our guy, Gary V.
Gary V right there. I said that. John, president, friend of the show, he sent in the quote of the day today, and I saw Gary V, and I was like, hey, we saw him at the National, you know?
We did.
Man, myth, legend, if you will. We got a great lineup today. As you can tell from the wedding, I lost my voice, but we are going to get to see what is hitting shelves this week. An MLB rookie got absolutely paid over the weekend. Little guap, guap, guap. From the diamond to the diamond, how about Mickey Mantle? You saw it. The Heritage Auction card finished up its bidding over the weekend. We're going to check out that final price, and you might want to rub your eyes and check twice what you see there.
Yeah.
We're going to do a little reminder about Kyle Kravitz from the King of the Cards. He has a trade night coming up in NYC tomorrow. We'll give you the details later. And we'll break down some of the top guys from the NFL preseason as it wrapped up over the weekend. We'll also have Ted Mann, co-founder and CEO of CollX app, on the show. He'll give us a little insight on what CollX can do for you. And, of course, we've got our box rip giveaway of Clearly Authentic Baseball. I couldn't show it. I couldn't do proper product placement because it kept falling over. So, we work with what we got. But first things first, we got to do giveaway winners.
We do. We got it. Yes, we do.
If you remember on Friday's show, David and I got the opportunity to break Hit Parade hockey pucks with legend Tanya Harding. Can you believe it? It was a shock to a lot of you. So here we go. We decided that this time around there was 10 pucks. We're going to have 10 winners. What's up, JBC? What is up, T-Pucks? Mom, good morning. Here are the 10 winners we are going to have for the pucks. We have the serial number of the boxes that you are going to win. It's Sellers. That's a Twitch chatter right there. We got 51. You are going to win. It's Sellers with the 51 box. B Chords, Twitch chatter as well. 164. T-Pucks, I know you are live in the chat. Congratulations again, my friend. You are getting box 200 out of 200. Busbach, I think. You are getting 90. Jason Schuster, that's going to be 125. Chase Warkington, 38. LP, 71. Netminder, you've got yourself 162. Jonathan Down, 145. Jim Higgins, 34. And you know what? I'll have Meerkat take a picture of this. Actually, you know what? Go to the overhead camera, could you, on mine? I think I turned mine back on. I hope I did. Okay, where is... Oh. I just got a little deactivate, reactivate. Why don't I show that for a couple of seconds? I feel like that'll help, eh?
Let the people see their names.
Yeah, I figured give them a few minutes. You're welcome, T-Pucks. There you go. So we'll just take a freeze frame for, 15, 20 seconds, whatever there, just so you guys can see that. Congratulations to all our winners.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Congratulations to all our winners, and make sure you have to be tuning into the chase to find out how you can win these things. So watch the chase. We do giveaways every single day. I don't know how much I could stress it. We're going to give away Clearly Authentic today. So be with us. Be watching. We'll rip. You'll see what we get. You are very welcome.
Literally, free stuff. Every
free
show.
Stuff. Free 99.
Every show. All you got to do is watch. Look at our beautiful faces.
That's it. So why don't you give us what is going to be hitting shelves this week in this week's Wax, David? Start us off, please.
My pleasure. So Wednesday is the drop of Panini UFC Chronicles. Love me a good Chronicles pack. Each box is going to contain 2 autos, and also you're going to want to be on the lookout for the hobby exclusive autograph memorabilia cards in the Tools of the Trade signatures, silhouettes, and National Treasure memorabilia autographs. So keep an eye on that.
Fantastic. All right, we've got some entertainment for you. Star Wars The Mandalorian Chrome Beskar Edition will also be out on Wednesday. Each box contains 1 autograph card. Also, collect refractor, dual, and triple autographs. You're seeing that up on the screen here. Additionally, look for those visually appealing sketch cards. A lot of people love the sketch cards. We were talking about it in the Spider-Man Metal Universe, so look out for the Star Wars ones as well.
And of course, we're gonna dive into the footy realm. We got some soccer, some football for you. We got 2022 Topps Tier 1 Bundesliga soccer. Simply put, you're gonna want to look out for 2 autograph cards and 1 relic card per box. So make sure you're on the look for them footy cards. We also got more footy.
Yeah, sticking with that, we've got 21-22 Topps Stadium Club Chrome UEFA Champions League headed to shelves as well on Wednesday. Each box contains 1 Chrome autograph card. Additionally, look for Beam Team autographs and collect real, REEL, time and glimpses of gold inserts.
And then also, next Friday, we've got the awaited release of 21-22 Panini Donruss Optic Basketball. This is a big one here. Here, you'll have 20 inserts/parallels per box. And, of course, you got 1 precious auto per box. So 1 precious auto. This will also feature 50 rated rookies to search for. Speaking of rookies, your young guys to look out for include Cade Cunningham, Evan Mobley, Rookie of the Year Scotty Barnes, Io Dosumo, Franz Wagner, Josh Giddey, Jonathan Kuminga, Jalen Green, and of course, Jalen Suggs.
Very nice. Not to mention here, we got 2022 Panini Luminance Football. Now, if you think about it, 2022 is going to be your guys like Malik Willis, Kenny Pickett, that class coming out of that draft. This is a good one. You got 3 autos per box, 1 mem per box, 5 parallels, and 4 inserts. Also look for 12 rookies. And to David's credit, he put this in the script here. Your key rookies will include Pickett, Corral, Willis, Sam Howell, Jamison Williams, Chris Olave, Drake London, and Garrett Wilson. Last but certainly not least, what do we got?
Beauty. I love that. I love Luminance, by the way. I'm excited for that. Last but not least, Wednesday is going to mark the release of 2020-21 Upper Deck Clear Cut Hockey. Hockey's right around the corner. You might not realize it, but it's coming. Here, you're on the look for 1 hard-signed encapsulated auto per box, some base rookie autos, and new rookie memoir autos. Those sound interesting. There's a lot of rookies to look for, including Kirill Kaprizov, Alexis Lafreniere, Keandre Miller, Dylan Cousins, Jake Ottinger, Bowen Byram, Alexander Romanov, and many, many more.
Yeah, so there, crazy to think about that we're still getting, just how everything was the last 2 years. Right. We're still getting product that is 2021 class, so Kaprizov and that. So not yet Zegras and guys like that. But cool, clear cut is awesome. Very much like what we're going to open up today. It kind of upper decks version of that. So always a fun open, quick rip, but good stuff, slabbed up. Love to see it. In the chat, I see people asking about our email. So basically what's going to happen if you're a Twitch chatter, we are going to whisper you. If not, we will reply to your comment on YouTube, and then make sure you send us your information to thechase@dacardworld.com. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's going to wrap it up for this week's Wax. Let's go over to what's making headlines in the hobby. We touched on this the last couple weeks, but the bidding for the 1952 Topps SGC 9.5 Mickey Mantle card closed. Dunzo over the weekend. Hit the gavel. It's gone. The card known as the finest example sold for a whopping 12.6 million buckaroos. That's right, baby. That, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, now you know, is a world record for any sports item. Unbelievable. So another legend card off the market there. I mean, how? I don't even know what to think. $12.6 million. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I saw the number and I was just flabbergasted. I honestly, if you go to Heritage website too, I was telling you this before the show, it says that you can make an offer to the owner. The initial offer that they have listed is $18.9 million. So if you got some $18.9 million loose change laying around, throw in an offer.
Yeah, if you're looking for a near perfect Mickey Mantle and you just got some, just a cool 18 mil laying around, I'm sure this can be yours. But yeah, another unbelievable card. I mean, I don't even know, like, even being around it would scare me to even touch it. And I'm like, I can't touch it.
I know. You get around like some of these bigger cars and like your hands start to shake. You will sweaty palm season. So
yeah, I hear you.
Next up, we got from a legend of the diamond to a stud rookie. The Seattle Mariners gave their rookie sensation, Julio Rodriguez, a 14-year contract extension. He's going to be in Seattle for a while. So I'll tell you what, comes with a bit of a pay raise as well. He's guaranteed $210 million with the ability to make that contract grow to over $400 million. Wowza. So, boys, Troy.
Yeah.
Looks like this man is going to be in the home of Starbucks for a while. What do you think this does for his card value staying in Seattle? Do you think it's a positive or a negative?
I don't. Let's put it this way. I don't think it's going to be a negative. Why? Because, I mean, listen, Ken Griffey Jr., he's still a massive legend and played a lot of his career in Seattle, and I don't think that did any harm to his cards. And Julio's going to be a standout no matter what team he's on. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think he's going to be a league-wide guy. So I don't think it really necessarily hurts him. I think him going to a stronger team can only help his value.
I
don't think he'll ever devalue, but I think now with this rookie extension, I feel like you're going to see a lot of people start to try and buy his stuff.
Yeah.
People are definitely going to start to invest in him now for the long term.
Mm-hmm. And me asking, if it'll negatively affect his value because he's in Seattle isn't really a drag at Seattle, because Seattle, honestly, in my opinion, is probably one of the better teams in baseball. And
they're starting to turn it around.
Yeah, and if they keep getting young dudes to come up through the system to join J-Rod,
yep.
I mean, the future is bright in Seattle. So, like, I agree with you. I don't think it really has any possibility for negative impact.
Yeah, he's gonna bust out onto the scene no matter what team he's on. You know what I mean? So, like, even if he is stuck in a lower market, for lack of a better term, I think he's still gonna have no problem if he keeps putting up the numbers and the plays that he does.
No, I completely agree.
All right, next up, we want to give a reminder. Kyle Kravitz, our guy, king of the cards, who I saw this weekend. Don't forget, he's going to make a big return to New York City tomorrow. Bleecker Trading will host a trade night alongside Kyle for all the hobby enthusiasts. To RSVP a spot for the trade night. Go to Bleecker Trading, their Instagram bio. The link will be there. So take a look at that. Up on the screen here, you can see the information August 30th from 7 to 10 p.m. Be sure to RSVP. Should be a good time. I asked him about it this weekend. He was at Tyler's wedding, and he's really looking forward to it, and he's hoping for a good turnout. So join that, have some fun, and hopefully we'll see some highlights from it.
Cool that he came up for that.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. It was good seeing him outside of a work or business setting. So.
Right. And last, but certainly not least for Around the Hobby, the NFL preseason wrapped up over the weekend, meaning teams will soon drop their rosters down to 52. There were a lot of young guys fighting for spots across the league, so Troy and I decided we're going to hit you with a couple guys who really stood out in the preseason fairs. So, Troy, would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. I mean, in my opinion, I think the obvious here is Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett, yes.
I think he's making – I love Mitch Trubisky, but, I feel bad. I think he's making a really strong case for starter.
Yep. And I know a lot of my Yinzer friends would agree. So
yeah.
I also liked Malik Willis. I know it's kind of, cliche. We're picking the quarterbacks, but
sure.
But Malik Willis, I thought when he played pretty damn well, in my opinion. And he's the dual threat. He's doing stuff, he was doing at Liberty, running for touchdowns, throwing touchdowns. Did you see the sidearm throw that he did?
No, I missed that. I missed that one.
Oh, man, it was sick. Sick. But definitely Malik Willis. Maybe not this year. Putting a little pressure on Ryan Tannehill. Just saying.
Yeah, I think Tannehill is still going to get that gig this year, but definitely, like you said, making a strong case. You know who I think might be a little bit of a underdog here, if you will, that maybe a wild card that you might want to look out for is, I feel like Desmond Ridder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I feel like him and Mariota both have a fair shot at being the starter. So I think Desmond Ridder cards might be someone you can look at where you could get him a little cheaper right now, invest in him, because I think in the long term, he might really have a shot to shine in Atlanta and be the next guy.
Right.
So get his cards while you can right now. And the other point I wanted to make is that select the 2021 with the extra rookie cards being in there.
Yep.
Holy.
Yeah.
The money that they're selling for, but also the money that people are asking for them, crazy right now. I saw an Aiden Hutchinson. I don't remember if it was numbered. It might have been numbered, but even his card, we talk about defensive players. An Aiden Hutchinson rookie, extra rookie out of select, over $100 it sold for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and you can see on the screen, here's some examples of those select rookie cards that we're talking about. Breece Hall, too. I see people asking big money for him. And I think he might be another person to watch out for, even though I know they have a pretty deep backfield with him, Elijah Mitchell, and Michael Carter.
Yeah. And then, another guy that I think is really underrated who caught eyes also in Pittsburgh, George Pickens. I think Pickens had one hell of a preseason. And he's definitely a dude to look out for down the line. Another guy I want to mention, just as a funny one. He's not a rookie or anything, but Chris Streveler of the Jets just killed it the entire preseason. Robert Saleh said, best preseason in history.
You got to give credit where it's due. And in terms of hobby, I do want to say, not being a homer or anything, but honestly, I was looking on eBay, James Cook cards, those select extra rookies, he was selling too.
Yep.
So, I feel like people thought this might be a weak class in terms of the hobby. I think we might get a surprise. Kenny Pickett, I think, is going to be your standout, like your Trevor Lawrence or your Trey Lance, hobby-wise. But like I said, there could be some wild cards in there. Yeah. Malik Willis, I think he's another guy. He showed enough, even though he might be the backup to Tannehill. He showed enough that I think people are going to invest in his cards, and he's going to sell pretty high as well. And I think people are definitely going to collect him for the future investment.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see who the under the radar guy is that comes up this year. We'll have to figure that one out.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Can't wait for the season to start up. All right, so next up, we want to show you on the screen here. We've got our live guest for the day. He is waiting by in the Zoom right now, but we've got Ted Mann, the CollX co-founder and CEO. If you don't know, CollX is an app for collectors that you can scan your cards and immediately find comps and values. You can even buy, sell, grade, and trade your cards with other collectors within the app. So, without further ado, I'd love to bring in Ted at this time. Ted, how are you? Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. I really appreciate you inviting me on the show.
Absolutely.
Quite a production you got. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's really appreciate the kind words there.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, I know how much it takes to kind of put together something like this, and it's no small feat. So you guys are doing great. I've been watching the show now for a few weeks on YouTube. It's really fantastic.
All right, so it's safe enough that we could call you a friend of the show then, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm a friend of all things in the hobby. I want to turn. Wait, hold on a second. I want to turn off my. My being a tech startup, I get like bombarded all day with like things. I'm just gonna try and like mute my do not disturb. Okay, there we go.
We're gonna put it. Look at that. The chase of special privileges. We get the do not disturb.
Yeah. Well, it's actually probably mainly for my kids who are asking me for screen time throughout the day. Not back in school yet, but thankfully, I think those screen time requests go away pretty soon.
So, Ted, how have things been going since the National? I know you guys had a presence at the National. How you been since then?
Been great. It's funny. Usually in August, tech companies everybody goes on vacation, and for some reason, our guys kind of hit maximum velocity. So we've been pushing out a bunch of updates to the app. So we're really psyched about those. Happy to tell you a little bit about what we got, and then and going to a whole bunch more shows. I was a little burnt out, to be honest, after the National, because it was a big show, 5 days.
Oh yeah.
I'm out of shape, I guess, but it was super cool. We got to meet probably like 1,000 users of the CollX app and talk to a whole bunch of dealers and stores about what we're doing on the more pro side of the hobby. But then took a little break, took a breather. Got down with the family to the beach for a few weeks where I was still working, but got some sand sun, and then back at it this weekend. We were at 3 shows this weekend. We were at the Fishtown show in Philly, the Denver Card show, and with some of our kind of extended CollX family at Burbank show in California.
Nice. Now, I've heard some things from the Burbank show, just that, it looked crazy. It looked huge. So what were your people kind of reporting back to you from the Burbank show? How'd that one go?
Yeah, so with Burbank, we were mostly talking about our software for card stores and dealers. We have a software called Card Dealer Pro, which is using some of the same technology as CollX, but really trying to solve the dealer problems, which are mainly, so many card stores and dealers just don't even have an inventory of their cards, right? And ever list them or sell them online, it takes a lot of work. It's kind of a giant chore. So we've built software to kind of help with that. And so we were showing them there. We had our friends from Fujitsu had a really nice setup with a bunch of the latest and greatest Fujitsu scanners, so the sort of professional sellers can see how you can crank through and scan, thousands of cards in a matter of minutes and list them for sale online. All right, this is something that like Burbank Sports Cards in particular does quite well. I don't know if you've ever seen any of the videos about them and their process, but we're trying to help give all the other local card stores. Like I know you had Tyler Santiago on a week or two ago. Stores like that, helping them figure out how they can start digitizing the cards, getting them listed online. So I would say for us, that was the big thing we were talking about there. I was at the Fishtown show in Philadelphia, where I was more so showing people the latest features on the CollX app and some of the stuff that we just added there. We added a new feature. It's really cool. That's actually really good for card shows, where you can immediately take a picture of a card, identify it, and get the pricing in the camera. Used to be in our app, you had to scan the card and then add it to your collection, which doesn't really work if you're at a show, right? Because you don't own that card yet, or at least in theory, you haven't bought it yet. So we wanted to give people a way to get like that instant experience right in the camera. If you want, I don't know if it's going to mess up your show. I don't want to get too technical, but I could try and show it on my, do the screen share on Zoom if you want to see how it looks.
Sure. How about a live demonstration? I don't hate that.
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah,
might as well. Now,
just give me 1 second. I'll.
No problem. While you're doing that,
so now I'm already making it more complicated. You have to enable screen sharing for me to do it.
All right, so maybe maybe we'll do that another time then. How about that? Or
I'll paint you a picture of what it looks like. So it's like you take a picture of the card and then it immediately tells you, this Ricky Henderson card is worth, $60. And you tap on it and it pulls up what we call the drawer, and the drawer shows you what card was matched. And this particular card has a lot of like reprints and others, so you can also double check and make sure. I want to make sure I didn't accidentally scan a reprint and matched it to the original. So you can double check all that, and then you can see all the pricing, right? So you can see raw, graded. What would this card be worth as a very good raw, or what would it be worth as a PSA 8? And you can go and view all the comps right in the camera. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's definitely a great feature. And like you said, when you're on your feet walking around a card show like that, I got to imagine that is definitely very user-friendly and helpful.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Now, Ted, I got to ask, because I could see in the background you got the TV, but you also got a little ticker going. Can you explain what that ticker is?
Yeah, that's my CTO brought that over the other week just to get me excited about all the users. So it's a split flap that just shows how many people we have in the app. So we have 266,000 users on the CollX app. So we launched it just a few months ago, and we've been growing fast. So we got a big community of people scanning a whole lot of cards. I was looking at talking to some people this weekend that have scanned like 20, 30, 50,000 cards in the app, which is cool.
Now, talk a little bit about that growth. I mean, you guys started January 2022, and now you've grown to over, like you just said, 266,000. How crazy has this growth been for you guys?
It's been great. I mean, I started this app just honestly, I wasn't thinking about it at first as a business. I was trying to help my son, my 10-year-old son, who was really getting frustrated with trying to look up his cards. And so, it was, initially just born out of trying to solve that very personal problem that he had, and I had when I was a kid too. Realized the Beckett guide wasn't really a solution for 2022. So we built the app initially to help him, and then it kind of went wildfire in our neighborhood. It went viral with all the other kids in town, and then eventually we decided to build an app, and it turns out it's a problem that a lot of people have. So I'm really pleased to see how many people are finding the app and digging it.
Now, you spoke of your son there, who I got to say, from a distance, I did see take over the show floor at the National. He was a star. I saw him out there with the microphone. So why don't you tell us a little bit what it means to be able to do this with your son while growing this company?
It was my fourth technology company, and I can say easily that I'm having the most fun with this one. Getting to do it with my son, and exposing him to sort of, not just the fun stuff like getting to interview Ricky Henderson or Joe Montana at the National, but also the actual nuts and bolts of how do you build these features, how do you design it, how do you figure out the technology side of it. I'm trying as best I can to kind of expose him to all of that, and he's loving it. I mean, he really is enjoying every minute of it. And, he enjoys the fun stuff, going to shows, getting to do videos and rip packs and interview people. But I think, I don't know, nothing would make me more happy than if one day my son said, I want to build an app, or I want to be a tech entrepreneur as well. I think that would be pretty neat.
Now, I was wondering, you yourself, were you always just a tech guy, or were you a collector yourself growing up, and then just, you're like, hey, well, not one day, but you're like, I think I can really do something here with my passion of collecting, but also my passion of tech, and bring it together into this this marriage that seems to be working.
Yeah, I was a big collector when I was younger, when I was Charlie's age and a little bit older, and I was kind of terrible at it at first. I think like so many people, I got into collecting cards just because I liked the players, I liked the pictures, I liked having them, and then I would do some trades at school and get mad that I traded away. I traded infamously one of my dad's Mickey Mantle cards. Not one that's worth $12.5 million, but a probably less valuable Mickey Mantle, I hope. And I traded it for like a Greg Jeffries rookie card. And my dad told me, no, Ted, that's actually a really good card. You shouldn't have done that. And I was like, well, help me help me get it back. And he's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go help you but you should know what the cards are worth before you start making these trades. And so at that age, I remember spending weeks just laboriously going through the Beckett guide, looking up every single card, writing it all down in one of my spiral notebooks. And then fast forward 30 years, and Charlie's doing the exact same thing. He's like, Dad, oh my God, I can't believe I just made this terrible trade. Help me get it back. And I'm like, I'm doing the same thing my dad told me. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to teach you how you can actually figure out what your cards are worth before you make a boneheaded trade. And so, you know, we tried everything we could. We tried every app in the App Store, and there's some really great apps out there, right? I really loved, the experience of like Card Ladder, Market Mover, some of these other apps. But the frustration was we couldn't find our cards in them. They only had candidly, my collection's not that valuable, so I don't have as many like graded cards. I hadn't even, honestly, grading was all new to me when I got back into the hobby. But we were just looking for our regular base raw cards from like the 80s and 90s, a lot of which aren't worth a whole lot. But I was like, we were trying to look up those, and we couldn't find any of them. And so that's ultimately that, and Charlie nagging me constantly to help him. That was what led us to build the app.
So now I like that you mentioned, there are other apps. You got, the alts of the world. You got Card Ladder, like you said. But now CollX. What makes your apps stand out over those ones?
Yeah, so the CollX, the main thing about it is we have, I think, the biggest database of sports cards of any app. So we track about 20 million cards across football, baseball, basketball, hockey, soccer. So that's one thing that I think is pretty cool and pretty unique. Most of the other apps like an alt, which is fantastic, by the way. Alt is just a great experience, but it really, they don't track everything, right? They only track a sort of small subset. So you can find just about any card on CollX. The other thing that I think is going to be, people are going to be really excited and dig about our app is there's a community of people there. So when you build your collection, you scan your cards, you add them to your collection, you can follow other collectors, they can follow you, they can see what you've got. And from there, you can do deals. And so we have, we pretty much since we launched, we've had a bunch of power users, about 25% of the user base that have immediately jumped in and just started reaching out to other collectors to do deals. And we looked at that and we saw how successful that was, and how I talked to some collectors at the National, they'd done 100. I talked to one guy that had done 500 deals in the app. And so we said, well, we want to make that experience better. So one of the other big features we just launched is a feature called Deals, where you can add multiple cards to a deal, to like a little deal room, and then negotiate on them in bulk, right? So you can, if you want my Ricky Anderson card, and you also want my Ozzie Smith card, and you want this, I'm just picking up random cards on my desk. You want this Bryce Harper card, and you want this Shaq card. You can put all these together into a bundle and say, I'm going to offer you, let's say, $150 for all of them. And that way you're not buying let's say one of those cards is worth $5. It's kind of tough to stomach buying a $5 card and spending $5 on shipping. But if I'm able to get all these together in one group and get them at a discount, negotiate back and forth with you, it makes the transaction much more fun. So anyways, that's one of the other big features about CollX that we're going to be, continuing to expand on. But we have a kind of a pretty neat social marketplace, which is, in some ways it's similar to eBay, but I think offering a whole bunch of new functionality that people haven't ever seen before in the hobby.
How important do you think that is? Because I know that in-person interaction, at places like the National or different card shows around the country, I feel like that peer-to-peer is very important. So through your eyes, how much do you feel like that is a big thing, with CollX?
I think it is, but I think it can be created online, right? I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever bought any cards on like Facebook or Instagram. I mean, you start to develop relationships with the people that you're dealing with through these social platforms, and there's, whether you're doing it publicly or just through private messaging, you start to get to know them. And so I've actually made friends through CollX. People have started to get to know pretty well, just by doing trades through the app. So I don't think anything's going to ever be quite as good or replace the experience of like the personal connection at a show. And I don't think we're really trying to, but I think we're trying to give people a way to connect with that much larger pool of collectors, be able to find any card you want. You can pretty much find anything now in the CollX app. I mean, maybe short of like the really ultra high end stuff, but when you're talking about like sort of the mid to low end of the hobby, the $5 cards, $50 cards, I think we've pretty much got them all on there. And once you find a card you like, that's the point at which you initiate contact with the seller and you start that dialogue. And I think it can be pretty rich. I think it can be pretty good.
Now, we do have a question in our chat right now. Our guy Bloomy asks, can you get CollX, in Europe, or is it just a United States thing?
Oh, yeah, that's a bummer of an answer. We are U.S. only. Gotcha. And that's largely because of the marketplace stuff that we're rolling out. We do want to expand internationally at some point, but we gotta crawl before we can run. So we're keeping it U.S. only, just mainly because of handling shipping and marketplace mechanics. It gets a little more complicated when we go overseas.
Yep. So Europe, your time's coming. Just give it time.
Patience is a virtue. You talk about expanding, and I know right now you're doing just sports, but is TCG, Pokemon, etc., and what else is on the horizon for CollX into the future going in?
You better believe TCG is on the roadmap. My son is still pissed because the first prototype I built him was for Pokemon, and he loved it, and he was like, "This is amazing." And it's kind of irked him to no end that we launched with sports cards. I made the argument to him back then, and he agreed at the time. Sports cards is just a bigger market, and there isn't anything like this in the sports card market. There actually are some apps for scanning Pokemon cards. So we decided to launch with sports, but we are going to add Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh. We have actually all the trading card games loaded in our database. We just haven't pulled the trigger yet. We will soon. I mean, very soon. Yeah, we'll do that. And eventually I think we'd like to expand into really all manner of trading cards, right? Whether it's, Marvel cards or garbage pail kids or whatnot. So I think that's just a matter of time. But at the moment, I think we are most focused on getting the whole end-to-end, buying and selling experience built out. So right now, the deals feature that we launched, we don't have checkout in there yet. So right now you negotiate a deal, and then we kind of hand it off to the buyer and the seller to say, okay, go figure it out in messaging, like Venmo each other or, send each other shipping information, which, it's fine. People are doing it. But we really want to make that ultra seamless where it's just, when you're ready to check out, you just, plunk down the money and then we generate the shipping label. We generate the list of cards to pack. So we're going to get all that launched in just a couple weeks. So that's where we're at in the very near term for the app.
Very nice.
Nice. And now you could scan graded cards and all that too, correct?
Yes. We try to pick up the label and the cert. If we don't get it, you can still manually select that. So if we didn't get the grade, it's pretty easy. You just say, okay, this is the PSA 10. You need the pricing for the PSA 10. So that's we have pricing for all, pretty much all cards in our database. I mean, with a few exceptions, but most of them have pricing across raw and graded across all conditions too.
Beauty.
Awesome. Well, we like to give every guest an opportunity at the end of the interview. Please tell us how you can get the CollX app, but also share where can we find you on social media so they can look for updates.
Sure. So you can get it in the App Store and Google Play. You can also go to our website, which is collx.app. And on social media, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and so on. But honestly, the channel that I have learned to love the most is TikTok. We're big on TikTok. So definitely follow us on all of them, YouTube too. But TikTok is interestingly where we've actually seen by far the most growth and engagement and people finding CollX. So I think lately we put more love into our TikToks than anything else.
So there you go. TikTok is the future. That's what I'm hearing right there.
Pretty much. It drives me crazy because we try my 12-year-old daughter. It's like TikTok's kind of a problem, so we used to like delete it from her phone, but I can't do that anymore now that it's become our primary marketing channel.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword right there for sure, for sure. Well, Ted, I just want to thank you again for joining us this morning. Really appreciate your time, and hopefully we'll hear from you soon, and we'll have you back on again.
Thanks so much, guys. Really, really a pleasure to be on.
Absolutely.
All right, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see what's next for CollX. Can't wait.
That ticker's going up still.
Sounds good. Yeah, it keeps going. I can't silence that.
All right, Ted. See ya.
Have a good one.
See you guys.
Awesome. So there you go, CollX on the up and up.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check out that app.
Yeah, and I know some guys in the room here, TCG guys, so I'm sure they'll definitely check out CollX too.
Absolutely.
All right, are you ready for the box rip or what?
I am so ready for
Wow,
this box rip.
That's
I'm
an
amped.
aggressive answer.
Look, I get excited when we rip baseball. Okay, I'm a baseball guy, so
Bus says count me in as one of the ticks.
yes, way to be.
Bus is on CollX. There it is.
That's what we like to hear.
We're doing 2022 clearly authentic baseball. Right there. So basically, you're going to get one encapsulated auto per box. It's going to have the sticker from Topps. So we each are going to do 2 boxes. I think one person is probably going to go away with the 4 cards. David, while we rip, I'm going to have you tell people how we're going to win.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know. You're the big baseball guy, so I like when you do that. I mean, I like baseball, but don't get me wrong.
All right. Should we keep it simple?
There's my notes.
Should we keep it simple today?
Keep it simple, stupid.
All right.
Kiss. Go for it.
Who will win the World Series and who will be World Series MVP?
So a little 2-tier there.
Yes. So it's
I
not
like
just
that.
so it's not just people saying, "Oh, Yankee, Yankee, Yankee," or whatever. And you got to say, "Okay, I think the Mariners are going to win it and Julio Rodriguez is going to be MVP of the World Series."
And here's the thing. Since we're doing 4 boxes, I think we got to make them work a little harder. So I like the 2-tier question. I like the 2-tier question.
So you heard it. You heard it first. Who's going to win the World Series and who will win World Series MVP?
I totally messed up today, and I forgot to hand the cutter to Tyler to give to me. It's just here. Oh,
Man,
guys,
today is
Tyler's not in a good spot that I didn't let him do it.
Today.
All right, man. I promise it won't happen again. It was one time. All right. Oh my God, the cutter fell from the sky. What the hell? What happened? Whoa.
Whoa.
Tyler's got big arms.
Who was that?
All right. What do you say? Are you cool if I just do my 2 and then you do your 2?
You do
All
it.
right.
Do
I'll
it
throw
up.
you the chase thing.
Get us a 101.
Sweater, as Tyler would call it. The chase sweater. I see what you did there, Stevens. I cut it, so you made the samurai sword noise.
That's good.
Whoa. Hobo Fuzz. First, Troy steals Steve's mic. Now he steals Tyler's box cutter. They hate me. You guys hate me. You really hate me. Colorado, rookie card.
A rookie.
Colton Welker.
All
We
right.
got a Colton Welker, as you can see, clear cut, or clearly authentic, I should say. So they're going to be, a lot of them are going to be acetate cards, if not all of them. No number on that. That is a rookie Colton Welker.
Beauty.
Let's see what the next box holds, folks. Mets win Pete Alonso, Series MVP. Okay.
Astros with Justin Verlander. Nice. Eric picking the Yankees. Going Aaron Judge.
Another rookie. What team is this? Diamondbacks? D-backs rookie. Ooh, Seth Beer.
Beer.
All right. Beer.
Do
What?
the beers.
Beer, what? What? Stone Cold. Loves a couple Steve Weisers.
There you go.
Two beers.
3 beers.
What?
6 beers.
What?
So there you go. Seth Beer, Colton Welker, 2 rookie autos, and now I am passing it over to David. Let's
beauty.
Slide. Felt good about that one.
Yeah, that was nice. Very
Not too shabby.
good.
Who needs a
execution.
beer? What?
Very good. Stevens.
The samurai.
All right.
I have a feeling you're going to do better on this one. I think David's going to win this one, guys.
Hollywood Troy Danger. Oh, yeah, brother.
Here we go. Rookie.
All right. All right.
Rookie.
I'm seeing a theme here.
Diamond. I think it's Diamondbacks. Jake McCarthy. 72 of 75.
Oh, yours was numbered.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I feel like you already did better.
Got a number here. Not bad.
Mine were rookies, but neither were numbered. Actually, yeah, let me check. I don't think the Seth beer was.
We'll go on to my
pull.
second box.
Here we go. Let's pull a big one here. I feel it.
Hell yeah, brother.
M. Lamb says, I think he wins by default after those two. Come on. They're giveaways. Remember? Free stuff. We love it.
All right.
It's a newer product, too, clearly. I think it came out last week.
Ooh, we got a little.
Horizontal?
So 27 of 50.
Andrew. Benintendi?
Andrew Vaughn.
Andrew Vaughn.
Andrew Vaughn, Generation Now, with the auto. I like these cards. How they're
The acetate? Yeah, the
they're-
see-through?
Yeah.
Is that out of 50, I think, in
Yes,
the corner?
27 out of 50.
So there you go.
27 of 50.
The man had 2 numbered cards. You win, buddy. Are you happy?
I'm excited to say the least. You know, it's fun to pull some nice cards like these. So
As Michelle Branch once said, could you look me in the eyes and tell me that you're happy now?
I'm happy now.
Yeah, you're laughing. Did you think you were going to get a Michelle Branch reference on Monday? But the hell you didn't. David won this battle, but who will win the war? Well said, Chris. Well said. Thank you, Bloomy. A nice rip indeed. Well. I mean, that pretty much closes out the show for today. Does anybody have anything extra to add?
Does anybody have?
We're the only two with the mics. So, David, do you have anything hobby that you want to go out with? You got your last hobby thought? It's like, this is going to be like Jerry Springer's final word. You know how he does that in the show? I'm hoping you've watched Springer enough times, right?
Yeah, a couple.
Drunken Golfer with the subscribe.
Wow.
Great name.
Drunken Golfer. That sounds like. Never mind.
Sounds like him. That's what he was going to say. He was going to say it sounds like him.
That was.
This is a family show.
Well, that was the weekend. Don't worry. I'm good. To go.
Wow, that was, you were on. Did you notice that when you hit
Yeah,
that?
that was- Good time. Want to try it again?
You guys are a mess.
We
All right.
are children.
Any hobby thoughts to wrap it up for you?
Let me think. I was in a Bowman break last
Yeah.
night and didn't get much. So
That's a final thought right there if I've ever heard one. Not great.
too thrilled.
I think it just goes back to me that, you know, we're kind of closing out on baseball season. We're getting into football season. So, but I think you're going to see a great crossover there. Because I think once you get into the playoffs for baseball, you're going to see a lot of high dollar cards, I'm sure, especially rolling into the World Series and World Series MVPs. But you're also going to have that start of football season. And, you know, things are going to go high at the beginning of football season because of all the hype surrounding not only rookies, but the second-year guys. And obviously a lot of 2021 product was still coming out, you know, up until last week. So
and then
I think football's back, baby. And we're going to see it on eBay and in the breaks, as if we don't see enough football already in breaks and around the hobby. So I am very much looking forward to that.
yeah, and honestly, we're like a month and a half away or less from hockey and basketball too.
Yep.
So I like the fall winter months where you got something to watch almost every night.
Going to be plenty of talk about, what's this? When Troy dances, angels are given wings.
Goose Abernathy.
Bus says he loves seeing the Lex Luger mullet. Western New York native Lex Luger right there, the total package.
He's from Western New York?
He's from Western New York.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Look up pictures of Lex Luger now, and he's always wearing a Sabres goat head jersey. Swear on my life. I see him every time. Christmas, college football on Saturdays. It had him feeling some type of way.
Oh, yeah. College football. Back. Confirmed.
You know what? This episode had me feeling some type of way. But I think it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
I think we're ready to go.
Yeah, we got stuff to do, people to see, hands to shake. So let's get on with it. Like
Shaking
Kanye
hands and
said.
kissing babies. That's what we do here as the host of The Chase. Y'all know that. Love y'all too. Thank you for joining us.
you.
We will be back on Wednesday. Make sure you stay tuned. John will be in the lounge. Sounded weird that I called him John. Jersey John will be in the lounge over on the Twitch channel. Listen to us on Spotify and Apple if you didn't get a chance to watch us today. Make sure you watch the YouTube replay on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe across all of our DA Card World platforms. Make sure you're tuning in to The Chase. Tell your friends. Tell everybody you know that's into collecting. Join us. Grab a cup of Joe, wake up in the morning, and come see us on The Chase. We love talking to you guys. We love talking with the guests, and we love talking the hobby. That's all there is to it.
Send us questions.
We'll be back for Hump Day. That's it. Last thing to do. Remember, guys, it's all about the chase. We'll see you Wednesday. Top guys out. Check out this new outro.